455, also Turbo 400.
1970 Chevrolet Chevelle Super Sport. And this one isn't some lowly 396, it's got a 454, specifically the
LS6.
That means a compression ratio 11 1/4 to 1, and this thing was putting out 450 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. Inside, you'll find a 3-speed automatic transmission, specifically a Turbo 400, though a 4-speed manual was also available. 331 gears would have been standard from the factory, but this one has the optional set of 410 gears. By 1970, the Chevelle was starting to get kinda heavy, but not too bad. This one with driver is 3,890 pounds. Based on the current prices of these LS6 cars, you would think they're incredibly rare, but actually not so much. Total production, including hardtops, convertibles, and El Caminos, is 4,475. Hot Rod Magazine tested an LS6 Chevelle in May of 1970. It had a 4-speed manual transmission and 410 gears, and it ran the quarter mile in 13.44 seconds at 108 miles per hour. Let's see if its opponent can keep up with that. 1970 Buick Gran Sport 455. And just like the Chevelle, this one has the top of the line engine, specifically the Stage 1. You guys want to hear the rumble of that engine? Yeah, you do. That beast came from the factory with a compression ratio of 10.5 to 1, and it was rated 360 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque at only 2,800 RPM. If you can believe it, a 3-speed manual transmission was still standard in the Stage 1, but those are incredibly rare. As you can see, this one has the optional Turbo 400 3-speed automatic. Out back, 364 gears would have been stock from the factory, but this car has a very slight upgrade and now features a set of 373 rear gears. The weight of the Gran Sport isn't exactly a strong suit. This car with driver is 3,950 pounds. In 1970, there were only 1,785 Stage 1 cars produced with the automatic transmission. You remember that 3-speed manual that came standard? There were only 16 of those. Motor Trend magazine tested a Stage 1 in January of 1970. It featured an automatic transmission and 364 rear gears, and it ran the quarter mile in 13.38 seconds at 105.5 miles per hour. At the time, that was actually the quickest car they had ever tested, even quicker than that Hemi Cuda that ran 13.78 seconds just a few months earlier. How about we see what these cars can run today?
Okay, I'm told that Corey Robertson in the 70 GS455 has gotten a ton of hits on the internet. So we're looking at that one. Looks like Robertson's going to hit it first. 1296 at 108 to a losing 1324.
And the Buick takes the win in the first round, running 12.96 seconds at 108.29 miles per hour. In the other lane, the Chevelle ran 13.24 seconds at 107.50 miles per hour. Let's see what happens in round 2.
108. Troy Lamont in Roseville, Michigan, 70 Chevelle SS454, automatic going up against Corey Robertson, your EPA 70 GS455, also Turbo 400. Chevrolet, no, the win does go to the Buick 1273 at 109 to a losing. We'll have the Buick at 8 mile. No, the win does go to the Buick 1273 at 109.
The Buick wins the second round as well, running 12.73 seconds at 109.03 miles per hour. Meanwhile, the Chevelle ran 12.88 seconds at 108.19 miles per hour. Let's check out that third round and see if the Buick can take home the clean sweep.
Corey Peterson in the left lane, Buick. Troy Lamont, Monroeville, Michigan. And the win will go to Buick 1277 at 109.
And we get the same result in the final round with the Buick taking home the win, running 12.77 seconds at 109.02 miles per hour. In the other lane, the Chevelle ran 12.94 seconds at 108.32 miles per hour. A huge thanks to both of the owners for bringing out these cars. It was absolutely awesome seeing them on the drag strip. I'll catch you guys at the next one.